Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Well, it's another week has gone by. We're still here at my house, so in my office here at my home, practicing social distancing. This extrovert is taking it pretty hard, but I've taken my meds. No, not in that way. Like, I've taken my meds as far as I'm continuing to exercise, I'm continuing to meditate, I'm continuing to get good sleep, so that way I can keep my mental state really, really good. I wanted to share with everybody something that kind of, everything's been changing. I wanted to share a little bit of things that I've taken care of, and I wanted to share with you in regards to what the whole bringing real estate as an essential business here in California. Now, first of all, I want to say it's not in every county and not in every city, because those always trump over the local and the national. But I wanted to share with you why real estate is considered an essential business. Because it's not just about the sales, it's about taking care of people. And we don't always talk about the bad stuff when it comes to real estate. So for example, on the TV, they always talk about the glitz and the glam and how much fun it is and how great it is. And you find that first house in Nova, it's all bubbles and it's like a lot of fun. But there's a lot of situations where people aren't able to have that glitz and the glam the way that the TV all makes it out to be. So I want to explain with you, it's not about sales in reality. It's more of about being able to help people get through the challenges of life on a daily basis. And right now, everybody is going through lots and lots of changes. Hi, Lily. Thanks for watching. So one of the examples that I want to share with you, and I'll share with you a couple of them. So one of them is a mother of two boys. She just lost her husband in a horrible car accident last night. They didn't have life insurance. She realizes she can no longer afford a home that she has her children living in. That mom desperately needs to sell the house and get a smaller one at the same school district, because she doesn't want her kids to have to go change different schools because they've already lost their father. They don't want to lose their kid. So that's one scenario. Another one, an 80-year-old couple. I'm sorry, I'm reading this because I wanted to type it out and I really wanted to get this across. There's an 80-year-old couple who just moved into a small condo to cut the expenses and put their 4-bedroom home for sale. They lost most of their life savings this month in the stock market crash. They now must sell their previous house immediately because they need the proceeds of that sale to sustain them financially. This is another example of why real estate is essential. A couple with an infant daughter who has long-term special needs and must move closer to the hospital that specializes in the type of procedure required to hear the little one. They need to move now. This is another reason why people need to move immediately. The need to move is always there. This is why it's not just about the sales. And this one hits home for me most. And it's, for example, a woman with her 2 small kids who has been in an abusive relationship and finally has the courage to say enough is enough. Her priority is to get her kids to a safe home, and she needs to move now. These are all examples of why people need to move immediately. And this is why residential real estate is an essential business, so that we can then take care of the needs of those who have to move right away. We take extra precautions in doing so. Like, for example, some of the extra precautions that we can take is we can wear gloves, we can wear the booties, we can still practice social distancing to where we still keep it in a distance. We don't necessarily have open houses where everybody comes like we used to have. We have it now to where you do virtual tours online. So you'll see I am releasing a listing tomorrow, and this listing is not necessarily one of these situations. And we don't always talk about these situations because it's not the glam and the glitz that they show on TV. And we don't share these situations because we want to protect the privacy of everybody involved for obvious reasons. So I'm not saying that my listing tomorrow has any of these situations, but the listing tomorrow that I'm having released is we're doing a 3D virtual tour, so that way you can actually walk the home without actually being inside of the home. So this is one way that we can shift and we can move and we can alter it so that we can then help those that still need to be able to move in this situation. Because there are lots of different situations on top of these, like moving for jobs. They've already situated and moving out of states. There's lots and lots of different ways and reasons in why people need to move. Make sure that everyone stays on top of your mental health, because this is one of the hardest times when we're all inside. I know I'm in here by myself because my son is always up in his room and doesn't even want to come down to say hello to mom. If you have teenagers, I'm sure you can relate to that. So make sure you keep all your mental state in. Another way to be able to protect yourselves if you are still out there looking at buying a property or looking at selling properties, one of the ways is be able to keep that distance. Always practice the social distancing. Make sure that if you're the seller, you leave the light switches on, leave some of the cupboards open, leave the closet doors open so that nobody has to touch anything. Disinfect before, disinfect afterwards. There is a new addendum that's being released from CAR that's also protecting by advising all of these different guidelines to be able to do, and letting buyers who come into the home say that they know that they have not had any symptoms. They're certifying as different rules and regulations, and I'm in the process of reading that right now because they just released it. So there are lots of different forms to be able to make sure that we're doing the best that we can to protect you and your assets as far as our community goes, because our priority is you first before anything else. Join me tomorrow at 12:30-ish. I will be interviewing Eric Miller with the Miller team from Finance of America, and we're going to be going over a lot of the questions that you have with regards to how can I still purchase a home if I wanted to? What programs are still out there? What's changing because the guidelines are getting stricter? It's getting difficult. They're going to be adding this or doing that, and things are changing every single day. Plus, we wanted to talk about the, what's the word I'm looking for? The forbearance that everyone is talking about. Some companies are offering forbearance to be able to put your payments off. So he wants going to go into all of that because he is a lender and he works with all of the mortgages. So I specialize in the real estate, and I want to make sure that you get your questions answered from him. Something else that we're gonna be talking about rates tomorrow as well, and how we're still closing loans, because right now you can still close loans. We can still help people buy and sell houses, like I had just mentioned how. And for example, at the end of the day, usually when an escrow happens and we are at the escrow process, loan doc signing, we've all changed it from being face-to-face to being able to be virtually. So usually you would need 5 different people to be able to close a transaction towards the end, between the loan docs and the escrow and the title and the recording of the documents and the county office. All of it's being done digitally now so that we can then practice social distancing, because our number one priority is to keep our community safe and keep our families safe. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. If you need someone just to talk to, I'm always here for you. I would love the company, and thank you for all those who have checked in on me as well. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and make sure you keep exercising your mind and your body. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.